the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Oh, what a night. December 1st. As I'll change the lyrics. Back in 63. What a very special time for me. What a lady, what a night. And it is December. And it's all about the holidays for you. It's all about the holidays for me. Kind of. But in December, for me, it's about the double Ds. Who doesn't love the double Ds, right? December and Duval. First place, Duval. Meaningful football in the month of December. Who'd have thought it? This is just absolutely spectacular. They blitzed Tennessee, and now you sit back and you wait. And you know what? Enjoy. Enjoy the wait. I will say this, and I'm a little bit tickled, okay? More and more you were kind of coming towards my gospel. I think when you first heard it, it was a little bit Manson-esque. You thought maybe I was trying to form a cult. It sounded a little bit like this, okay? Relax. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the Monday. Enjoy the Monday night. I mean, what was there not to love about this Monday in Jacksonville? It was 85, sunny. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. Everyone had smiles. Everyone was having a fantastic time. And you know what? You take that with you tonight and then tomorrow night and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Don't be so quick to get to Sunday. Enjoy this. Play with this. Have a great time with it. That's every day of your life. And more are slowly beginning to say, you know what, Blue, you made sense with this. I heard you say it. I was like, just shut up. Leave me alone. You know, I don't need Monday through Friday. Just get me to the weekend. Just get me to football. I don't need, February, March, April, May, June. No. You're starting to learn, and I'm proud. I really am. As a matter of fact, this is probably one of my greatest moments in 34 years of doing this, because this is what it's all about. Don't be so quick to get there. Instead, pump the brakes and freaking enjoy what is going on. You're in first place on December 1st. First place. What you won't hear tonight is any free agency talk about the Jaguars. What you won't hear tonight is any NFL draft talk about the Jaguars. Hell no. It's about winning a football game yesterday. It's about responding yesterday. After Tennessee, in front of 32,000 plus, came out and really did something on the ground. 39 yards on that first drive. And then you look at how Jacksonville responded. They got the ball at the 16. Struggled the first couple of plays. All of a sudden, third and long, Parker Washington. What's there not to love? Hopefully he's okay. Okay, he left. He did not return. That's always a concern. Then you get Myers. And these wide receivers, I don't know if the television showed it. As I always say, my review is tomorrow on a Tuesday. A lot of people rip Nissan Stadium. Okay, the press box there is phenomenal. It's so low to the field, and there's a monitor that was kind of glaring, if you will, with the sun or whatever it was, the reflection. So it wasn't as good as I would have liked. I don't want to act as if I'm complaining here, but my point is, watching it live, man, with these wide receivers wide open. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr., Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, Brenton Strange. It was as wide open as I've seen in a number of years. And we realized going in that Tennessee is a really bad football team, and they're a really bad defensive football team. But this team did what it had to. Okay, they didn't fool around with them. They punched him right in the mouth. After the 50-yard reception by Myers, he caught a 3-yard touchdown, and then that was it. Jacksonville just went out and did exactly what they had to do. They held Tennessee to 188 yards, okay? Offensively, they had trouble running the football. It's simple. They said once again, you're not going to beat us with the run. We're going to put an extra man in the box, and just talked about how wide open these skill position guys were. But they said, Trevor Lawrence, you're going to have to beat us. And Trevor did. It got away a little bit, in the fourth quarter for Lawrence. His numbers were much better in the first three quarters. But if you look at a 16 for 27 effort, 229 yards, a clean game with 0 turnovers. He threw 2 touchdowns and had a quarterback rating of 111 and a hook. And his confidence is really up right now. As a matter of fact, can we play that? Do you have that I sent you, Dylan? The question answer
clip.
No. The what I sent you when I asked Trevor Lawrence about the confidence of the football team.
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right, let's play this. This is yesterday after the game, and again, Trevor's numbers were certainly above average, but the look of the team and where they are right now, to me, the word that consistently came up was confidence, and I asked 16 that. Confidence-wise, is this the high for you guys? I mean, it feels like if you had Cincinnati again, it was a bad call. Houston, we know what happened, but you guys could be undefeated on the road. Do you feel like depending on what type of game, it's your game?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of confidence in, the way we prepare, the way we work. We know going in Sunday that we're ready to go, and you got to go execute and play, and that's always the part of you never know until you play the game. You got to go out and play well, and we've definitely had some days where we didn't do that, but going into the weeks, we feel really confident, and on Sunday we feel confident, and I think a lot of that confidence too is from experience, and we know that we can win games, we can win ugly, we can, control the lead, we can do all these things, and obviously it hasn't been perfect. We've had some learning lessons, but I think that gives you confidence as a team too because you've done it. But you got to continue to do it, especially. Looking at the season now, we're really in the most important part of the season. They're all important because you got to get in position, but every game is critical now, so it's got to really show up in the big moments.
And how about his relationship with Jakobi Meyers? Another 6 for 6 if you look at receptions to targets for 90 yards and a touchdown. This is certainly way above expectations, in my opinion. When they got Myers, I'm a Boston guy. I watched him. I still watch the Patriots. I'm going to watch him tonight. I watched him in New England and certainly was aware of him in Vegas, including being there, the week of the game, and then he was traded a few days later. But, who really expected this to happen in such a short period of time? 18 of 21? 21 attempts, 18 receptions for Jakobi Meyers, 245 yards and a couple of touchdowns. He played 92% of the snaps yesterday as well against Tennessee. So, a lot of really good here. There still are some things that need to be ironed out, and we're going to talk about that as we move throughout the course of the program. The penalty situation is going to cost them, right? It cost them in Cincinnati. It cost them in Houston. It's going to cost them in January football. It could cost them in December football. And I think some of this is reputation-based. The other side of it is got to be beyond frustrating for Liam Cohen and really everyone else that is a part of this football team, because it's not as though they haven't worked on it. It's not as though they haven't coached it. We saw this back during training camp in the month of August at the Miller Electric Center. But still, 13 penalties yesterday. You're talking about a football team that has 130 penalties so far this year. 26 have either been declined or were offsetting. So, 104 is the official number. That is most in the NFL. 53 on offense. That is most in the NFL. 33 on D, which is number 4, and 18 on special teams, which is 8th. That is a big-time concern as well. 18 special teams penalties. That's nearly 2 a game. And that is something that has got to happen. But special teams came up big yesterday. Devon Hamilton comes in, 5 snaps, deep snaps, long snaps, no matter what you want to call it. Will Clint Allen, the forced fumble on the kick return and the fumble recovery by the rookie. So overall, it's a good thing. And, confidence is huge. But I brought up the penalties simply because it's not like they can walk around believing that they're invincible. They're not. They still have things to do. They still have ways to get better. And, that's part of what we're going to talk about here over the next couple of hours. All right, so it's great to have you with us back from Nashville, Tennessee. I'd love to say I went out and enjoyed it and had a great time. I did not. I didn't leave the hotel room, man. I have really been banged up. I don't know what it is, man, but this has been going on now for more than a week. I just think it's floating throughout Duval, and a lot of people are sick with colds or whatever it may be, but I just wish I knew what I had. I'm thinking about getting up first thing in the morning tomorrow. Check that. Mid-morning towards late morning, and just go sit in the sauna and sweat it out. But you know what? That's an old wife's tale, Dylan. I Googled it, and I was just, come on, support this. I was like, you can sweat out a bug. You can sweat out a flu. You can sweat out sickness, right? I mean, doesn't everyone believe that? Yet I Googled, I went to all these different places, and that is 100% not the case.
Really? Yeah, I know what the new kids do instead of Google, it's TikTok. You just type in the search engine, and then it just pulls up a lot of videos. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I did that because I couldn't open a can. My can opener broke when I was trying to make some chili the other day. And so it told me how to use a knife or a spoon correctly to open a can. So that's what I do sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like certain things in life that, like, even if you know that it's not the case, you don't want to be told that it's the case. I mean, I always want to believe that you can sweat out a hangover. I always want to believe that you can sweat out a sickness. I mean, I remember even when my girls are growing up, if they had a bug, you go and you check on them, and all of a sudden they're soaked and the sheets are soaked, and it's like the cold broke, but apparently that's not the case. So I'm a little bit disappointed to actually read that.
Yeah, I would have guessed that's probably one of the top things: losing weight, getting sick, getting rid of it. Mm-hmm. Maybe sauna's not the best thing for you.
No, absolutely. It is not. But maybe you can sweat out a hangover. I mean, for crying out loud, I used to deal with that summers, going back home and getting up at 5:30 doing construction and just feeling like in the morning. And then all of a sudden, this and the temperature in Boston could change like, 30, 35 degrees in one day. You get up early in the morning, man, you still have to have a flannel on. Then all of a sudden by 11, noon, it gets really hot and you sweat everything out. But I don't know. Enough of that. But I know who does know. That's you, our listeners. They know everything. And you can let us in on that tip if you would like. 641-1010 text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. And as well as welcome in those. And you better be having a good time this week. Are you kidding me? December 1st, those crazies on YouTube tonight, 1010XL into the night. If you've never experienced that, and I'm not talking about me, okay, and seeing me, okay, that's something you don't have to check out. But it's the commentary. It's those who add comments to this program every night, which we are all big fans of. All right, we got a ton to do. I'm thrilled to be here. I mean, this is what it's all about. Can you imagine what this environment is going to be like in 6 days? Can you imagine what the bank is going to be like at 1 o'clock on Sunday with the opportunity to once again knock off Indianapolis, who all of a sudden has lost 3 out of 4? The Colts haven't won here in 10 years, right? Yet Jacksonville opens up as a 1.5-point underdog to the visiting Colts. It's going to be an outstanding week in Jacksonville. Tonight's comments as we get things going are brought to you by Shmunez Vision. And again, the holidays are right around the corner, right? How about laser eye surgery? How cool would that be? It's very simple. You're talking about the experts and the doctors who have more than 37 years worth of experience with Dr. Neo Shmunez, Catherine Shmunez, and Dr. John Hunt, okay? Very affordable, and just think of the aggravation that would go away when it comes to falling asleep with contacts in. I did that in Nashville. Again, I was sick. Okay, I'm not a candidate for laser eye surgery, but I woke up and I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I left my contacts in. There's nothing worse. Looking for your readers, whatever it may be. Check them out online. Just go to Shmunez Vision. You can also get the very latest on Instagram as far as all of the testimonials at Shmunez Vision. All right, I'm going to say it right now. I think this is going to be one of the greatest regular season weeks in Jaguars history in 31 years, okay? It's December, and they're in first place, and they're playing for first place against a divisional rival. This is what Jaguars football should be all about, and it's happening. We got a lot to do tonight till 8. He's still in Denmark. My name is Rick Ballou.
Fred Taylor is now in 1010XL's backfield.
Fred Taylor with 2 touchdowns.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Just recently, Cam Little was good from 68 yards to set an NFL field goal record. You know who else goes the distance? The team at Coil Fencing. Coil is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project. Coil does it all. Visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You like winning? This is former Jaguar linebacker Tom McManus, and I'm excited to introduce you to J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Greater Jacksonville. If you're a property manager, contractor, builder, realtor, or homeowner, get that feeling of success with less stress. I've used them. My friends have used them. So get your free junk removal and hauling estimate today. Now, I call that a win. Veteran-owned and operated J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Call 506-1256. We haul it all.
If fishing is in your DNA, hop in the boat with Captain Kevin. It's the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Hey folks, Hicken here, and you know by now my go-to for spotless carpets, grout, hard surfaces, upholstery, and duct cleaning, Zero Res. We'll be having those cleaning freaks out multiple times this holiday. I trust them for my family, and you should too. But listen up, Cyber Monday only, 20% off all Zero Res cleaning services when you book today. Just call 287-5727 and mention 1010XL to snag this deal. Book Cyber Monday only, 20% off all cleaning services from Zero Res. You spell it forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting!
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Frankie Valley. The mob loved him. I think he's still alive. You ever heard this song before, Young Dylan Denmark? It's like, hell no. This reminds me of like riding around the back of the station wagon with my mom, driving us around in the mid-'70s, early '80s. You're on the phone. Okay, have you ever heard this song before?
Never.
Really? I would have thought that this is one that would have been played somewhere throughout your years that you would have heard. Very popular in its day. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, for those of you out there wondering. All right, we got a ton to do. Someone has asked me here, 3837 Ballou, please give us an update on the injuries to Parker Washington, Logan Cook. Didn't get anything today, okay? Liam Cohen spoke, and there was nothing on injuries, which is fairly standard. Unless something, obvious happens, like with Sauce Gardner, that came out of Indy today, that he is, after making the trade. And, hey, listen, no one has dealt with attrition like Jacksonville. They didn't have to apologize to anyone, but it appears that with that calf strain, Sauce Gardner's out Sunday here against Jacksonville. You'll know a little bit more on Wednesday, okay? They're off tomorrow, but Wednesday is when it begins to really start to trickle in. And Jacksonville's a beaten-up football team. And, they lost players again yesterday. The good news is you saw Jordan Lewis return, and he had a good game. Brian Thomas Jr. returned. And right now on Monday, my money would say Trayvon Walker plays this weekend after missing a couple of games. And Eric Murray, who's missed 5 games, I believe that he is going to come back. The rest we will talk about as we move throughout the course of the week, but I think you're looking at those two. The Jaguars did make a transaction today. They said goodbye to Austin Trammell, who dropped a ball that you have to catch. When that's your role, even though the game was over and it was one-sided, you can't make those mistakes. I thought he was a nice football player, but I also wonder if this is a message to Diami Brown, who played 4 snaps against Arizona, who was a healthy scratch yesterday. You got what, 5 games, 6 games? What are they? You've got 5 games remaining, plus the playoffs. Does Diami Brown get an opportunity here? And maybe not necessarily this week against Indy, but at some point, again, does that happen for him? And he has an opportunity to turn it on and make some plays in some very important games. We'll find out. All right, tonight's show is brought to you by Miller Electric. The Miller Electric Company consistently is recognized as one of the tops in all of Jacksonville, year after year after year. They've been around for 96 years, and they are hiring. So if you feel that you are not appreciated for your hard work as an electrician, if you are in a midlife crisis, perhaps up, in considering the crossroads to something better, or if you are looking for a trade, you're young, college isn't for you, you can't afford to go to college, can you imagine being an electrician? I mean, the benefits are outstanding. The pay is absolutely tops, and it's a really good company. Okay, they care about one another. You always hear about culture, good or bad, when it involves teams. It's the same thing when it involves great companies like Miller Electric, and you're talking about an outstanding culture at Miller Electric. So for all the details, let's go to Miller Careers. Go to Miller Careers. No matter where you go throughout Jacksonville, you see building and building and building and building, and Miller Electric is all over the place. And that's not going to change. You want to join a great company, just go to Miller Careers. Eric Armstead was a surprise injury. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. It's not too often on a Saturday night when you get a text at 9:30 that a designation has been changed as far as an injury status. And that was the case with a hand with Eric Armstead. It does make you wonder what happened. How did it happen? I mean, they don't hit during the week. He was okay on Friday. Maybe we'll learn more about that this week. Walker Little goes out with a concussion. That has been a problem for Little. He has not been able to stay healthy in his career. And, the Cole Van Lannon situation, as a matter of fact, let's cue up Liam Cohen from yesterday. I've been all over Cole Van Lannon as of late, okay? I mean, what this man has done has been absolutely spectacular. Just think about him getting involved in the jumbo package. Then he spells injured players consistently, gets a start at left guard for Ezra Cleveland, gets 2 starts at right tackle for Anton Harrison, who also joined Brian Thomas Jr. and Jordan Lewis as another player who did return yesterday for the Jags. And then you have Patrick McCarry, who's in the concussion protocol, plus Chuma Edoga with a calf, both not available yesterday. So it's Cole Van Lannon getting the start at right guard. Well, when Little goes down, he moves over to left tackle, and you play the rookie Wyatt Milam at right guard. Anyway, after the game, I asked Liam Cohen exactly that, and I also added, in all of your years of coaching, have you ever seen an offensive lineman who has been able to do what Cole Van Lannon has done this year?
No, I have not. And, it's when we got here as a staff, everybody spoke about Cole Van Lannon. Everybody spoke about him as a pro, as his ability to be able to do this. And to have the mindset, but also the preparation. I mean, guys, that is not easy to go and do for anybody. And he goes and does it at arguably one of the hardest positions to play in the National Football League, which is offensive line. The calls, the chemistry, the continuity, all right, you got to block. You're preparing in your mind to go block, Simmons, right, at inside, but then you got to go outside and go block Key. And it's just, that's not easy to do. I've got a lot of respect for Cole Van Lannon.
Had Greg Huntington in last week, my colleague Tony Baselli, or former colleague Tony Baselli, for decades. Leon Searcy, your Dave Weidel when he joins us, or whatever it may be, that I still am in contact with the offensive line. It is so hard. And to witness what he is doing, this is what, in my opinion, should make this season so much more enjoyable for you, being a Jaguars fan, is to get this type of contribution. Danny Strigow yesterday, B.J. Green yesterday. Again, Tyson Campbell gone. Travis Hunter gone. Jordan Lewis missed a bunch of games. Eric Murray's missed 5 games. And just to see them replace Christian Braswell, Buster Brown playing good football, the reemergence of Jarian Jones, and it's just one after another. And that's never happened. The last time the Jaguars made the playoffs, okay, in Doug Peterson's first year, if you do research, because I remember doing this on a week-to-week basis, the Jaguars had the fewest missed starts for starters around the NFL. Shaq Griffin went down pretty early. Ben Barch went down. I don't even remember if Barch was the permanent guard, but he went down. Cam missed a couple of games, but that was basically it. You were a healthy football team. That is so rare in this league. Look at everything that's happening. Daniel Jones, fractured fibula. He's next. Playoff situation. You just saw the injury now to Herbert in Los Angeles. It's just one after another, but I mean, to me, that's what makes this run that Jacksonville is on just so much more enjoyable, is they're going to the practice squad. They've made key trades. They're using their entire roster, and it's working. That is rare. And hopefully you are enjoying that. Okay. This is the 83-34 says Ballou. We are usually discussing the draft by now. Let's talk about the path to number 1 seed in the AFC. It's okay to imagine we don't get these opportunities. Hell yeah, it is. There's no question it is. Matter of fact, let's come back and spend a couple of minutes on that, it's interesting that you asked because for those on YouTube, you can see it. See my hard work here. Dylan is amazed by it. It's just something that...
Is that a novel?
Yes, it's, and I never really use this stuff. You know from watching me that everything basically comes from my head. But it's basically what I do. It's like I study it. And I've put together the entire playoff situation as to where it stands. And you look at the future schedule. As long as Jacksonville can take care of its own business against Indianapolis, they should get this number 1 seed. So let's spend a couple of minutes doing that. On the other side, again, 2 ways for you to join us. You can on YouTube tonight. Just go to YouTube, 1010XL Into the Night. You can also on our text line, which is 641-1010, and it's brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
Some people call it X.
What?
Some still call it Twitter.
Okay, I got it.
Whatever you call it, it's the best place for up-to-the-minute Jags coverage from 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Ready for huge holiday savings? It's the Expert Automotive Giving Garage. This Christmas, they're driven to give back. Bring in any new wrap toy donation and get $50 off any service. That's $50 off repairs, diagnostics, or maintenance just for helping a child. Plus, they're giving you 50% off your oil change. $50 off any service with a toy and 50% off oil changes. The Giving Garage at Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Join 1010XL and the Frangie Show live from Firehouse Subs in Julian Creek, December 2nd from 4 to 6. It's your chance to meet a Jags player, more cheerleaders, and grab a hot sub. That's Tuesday the 2nd, 4 to 6 at Firehouse in Julian Creek.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,800 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and so much more. Closets by Design will design a custom storage solution for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Ballou here for Spunez Vision. Why Spunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Spunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Spunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Spunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SpunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Into the Night with you till 8. It's going to be a great week. December is here. The stress of shopping. Good luck with that. Every Monday at this time, we do something called What Floored Me. It's brought to you by Fantastic Floors. There's your perfect holiday gift, right? Over 15 years serving Northeast Florida, quality flooring, enormous selection, hardwood, tile, LVP, carpet, family-owned. I know Rusty and his wife have for at least 15 years, right, when he started the company. And what's cool is this at-home consultation. They bring everything right to you. Okay, and they show you exactly what it is. Carpet, wood floors, no matter what you want. And it could change, obviously, with different rooms. No pressure, right to your front door. So check them out online. Just go to fanfloors.com. I'm going to go with the special teams of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay? Devon Hamilton, 5 snaps, able to, step in for Ross Matisic when he was unable to go. Logan Cook, caught up with him after the game yesterday. Just fierce, just getting after it and involved in the scrum and all of that. As a matter of fact, there are reports. It's not a report. I watched the interview. Julius Chestnut came out and said that Logan Cook, and I quote, he was going to kill me, end of quote. That's not rare in the battlefield, right? It's an expression. It's obviously not the truth, but still, we're talking about a punter who said that. And, once again, the LaQuint Allen Jr. forced fumble and fumble recovery, and Cam Little doing exactly what you needed him to do. So congratulations. The Jaguars special teams are what did floor me after the victory yesterday against Tennessee. All right, let's look at the playoffs. Denver's the number 1 seed, 10-2. New England does play tonight. They're a touchdown favorite at home against the New York Giants. If they win, they'll go to 11-2. They would take over the top seed. New England has a bye coming up this Sunday. Jacksonville all of a sudden is a 3 seed, okay, at 8-4. Baltimore 6-6, your 4 seed, then your 3 playoff teams. The Chargers at 8-4, the Colts at 8-4, the Bills at 8-4. Still in the hunt, Houston, 7-5 record, but more importantly, man, they've won 6 out of their last 8 and just knocked off Indy, who of course has lost 3 of 4. Pittsburgh hanging around at 6-6, shadowed by boos yesterday to fire Mike Tomlin. Kansas City, who you just want to keep out, right? 6-6, or do you? Houston goes to Kansas City this week. See, this is what is also very cool for you Jaguar fans. You've never been in this position before. Oh, you have, but it's been incredibly rare, okay, to have to say to yourself or to anyone who listen to you, boy, it's the Giants-Patriots tonight. You need the Giants to win that game, right? Denver goes to Las Vegas on Sunday. Boy, it'd be really nice if Vegas could somehow pull off the upset like Carolina did against the Los Angeles Rams and knock them off. Cincinnati, look at how impressive they were with the return of Burrow. They just knocked off Baltimore. They go to Buffalo. Buffalo's a 6-point favorite. Can the Bengals maybe knock off Buffalo? Baltimore favored by 5.5 against a really scrambling Pittsburgh team. And good luck trying to rip up what is best for you, Houston at Kansas City, right? I'm still where I am. I'd want Houston. I like my chances better against Houston, even though they would still only be, one game out in the AFC South. I don't want Kansas City anything to do at all with January football. Am I wrong here? Dylan, Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City. I'll take my chances with the Bo Nixes and, these young, we're going to see Drake May tonight. I'll take my chance with these young quarterbacks or, resurrected quarterbacks like Daniel Jones than Kansas City, Buffalo, and Baltimore.
Yeah, there's no scary team in the AFC. If Lamar Jackson's able to find his groove, I think he hasn't been right since he came back from injury. That Ravens offense hasn't looked good. Kansas City, they have no ability to run the football. Buffalo, they're just kind of up and down. They played good yesterday against the Steelers, but they've had more than a couple of games where they haven't looked good.
Can't win on the road.
And they can't win on the road. So there's no team that really spooks you if you're the Jags for a first-round matchup, if you're a wild card or a division winner.
If the season ended tonight, and obviously it does not, Denver would get the bye. Then it would be number 2 New England hosting number 7 Buffalo, number 3 Jacksonville hosting number 6 Indianapolis. So you'd meet for 3 times this year. New England would do the same here with Buffalo, and then Baltimore a 4 seed against LAC a 5 seed. We'll see if that changes tonight, depending on New England and if they do knock off the New York Giants at home. Someone asked me what is the easiest path to the number 1 seed. It's New England. Their schedule is insanely easy. Giants tonight. Actually, it's not as easy as I thought, okay? Giants tonight, I think they'll win that game. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Definitely agree.
Jump in
Touchdown favorite.
Buffalo next week. Now, that's a football game. We just talked about how the Bills struggle on the road. Then they go to Baltimore. I can't figure out Baltimore. If you can, please let me know. All right?
I have no idea.
They go to the Jets, which would seem
Easy.
very winnable. And then they have their finale in Week 18, Game 17 against the Miami Dolphins, which is really kind of a helter-skelter team. There are times they play above their head. There are times they just look simply awful.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it seemed like, the beginning of the season, the Dolphins were done. They've caught a spark somehow. No Tyreek Hill, and somehow they're in the hunt. The teams now that when you show the playoff picture, the Dolphins are very far behind, but still have a chance to make it.
Denver, they played a tight game. I actually watched it on the plane ride home late last night after a ton of delays and just an awful job by the airline that I did choose. They go to Vegas this weekend, okay? Then they host Green Bay, okay? Then they host Jacksonville. Then they go to Kansas City, and then they host Los Angeles. So their last 5 games, you're looking at 4 playoff teams. That is a very difficult situation for Denver to be in. To me, the path is a lot easier for New England than it is Denver. So that's really it. And then, Buffalo can't win on the road, and they're a 7 seed. I'm not going to give them credit right now as a path to number 1. I just don't see it. I think there'll be 3 games out tonight after New England wins. It comes down to, honestly, Jacksonville and Indianapolis. And with 5 games remaining, these 2 teams face each other twice. We know about this Sunday at 1 o'clock. Jacksonville is actually a 1.5-point underdog right now. We'll see if that line changes or how much it changes. I expect that to be about a pick 'em once we get to game time. I wouldn't even be surprised, Dylan, if late in the week, by the weekend, you see that Jacksonville was favored in this game by maybe a point.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think the Colts were a 1.5 favorites. Last I saw, that was this morning, late last night. Daniel Jones, that leg injury he's got, I don't know how you can't be concerned.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, look at the Colts. They have 5 games remaining. Basically, all against playoff football teams, okay? The only exception would be Houston. They go to Jacksonville, then they go all the way out to Seattle, then they host San Francisco, they host Jacksonville, and then they wrap up by going to Houston. Houston doesn't allow 2 touchdowns a game. I mean, the Colts are the highest scoring team in the NFL. Even after yesterday, they still averaged 29.8 points a game. They're the number 1 offense in the NFL. They have the top running back in the NFL in Jonathan Taylor. And Houston's defense just doesn't allow it. So you look at Indy's schedule, 5 would-be playoff football teams still remaining. We'll wrap it up here with the Jags. And I know all of you, or just about all of you, are aware of the schedule, but if you're not, let's go through it. After the Colts game here, you get another home date with New York. Okay, and what was great about yesterday is that trap games, look-ahead games. No, maybe that first drive, but they made adjustments and turned it around. I sensed the same thing in 2 weeks against New York, but how dare you, Ballou, look ahead with the Colts here in 6 days. You go to Denver. That's brutal. There's no other way to say it. Okay? It was cold yesterday. That'll help somewhat, but Denver's a very well-coached team. I still think Bo Nix is a little bit scattered at times, but you're talking about a really good football team. And just let me check here. I believe Denver is undefeated at home. Let's see. The Broncos are, they're 6-0 at home. Wow. So they're the only undefeated team remaining in the entire NFL. Denver, 6-0 at home. And Jacksonville will get that game. And then after that, they go to Indy right after Christmas, which you know is going to be difficult. They wrap it up here against the lowly Tennessee Titans, which is a good thing. So the naked eye, I mean, you just show up and you should win 2 games. You should beat the Jets. You should beat Tennessee, right? That puts you at 10-4. Indy twice, at Denver. How are you going to do in those games? So the Jaguars, yes. I would put them behind New England and Denver, but they still have a legitimate shot here of making a run to the top overall seed. I wouldn't bet on it. I think a 2 seed or 3 seed is perhaps what is going to end up happening for them if they play like they are expected to play, and that begins with the Colts on Sunday. All right, much more to do. Take you up until 8 o'clock.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
Need your weekly fix for Mexican street food? One Night Taco Stand has Jacksonville covered. Mondays, any burrito, just $7.99 with a soft drink purchase. On Taco Tuesday, enjoy any taco for just $3.49. And on Wednesdays, kids 12 and under eat for just $2. Perfect for the whole family. Find One Night Taco Stand in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served by Tandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Jacksonville, you voted, and Baker Glass came out on top. The Bold City Best Awards are all about locals choosing their favorites, and you picked them for Best Auto Glass and Best Glass and Mirror Service.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and thank you to all the members and contractors for their continued support and partnership. Together, they've helped build a stronger foundation for Jacksonville since 1901. Enjoy spending time with your friends and families this holiday season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Local 234, make the right connection. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
'Tis the season for savings at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Take advantage of the Second Amendment sales tax holiday, now through December 31st. Firearms, ammo, and accessories, all tax-free. Secure your holiday gifts with a Browning gun safe, and they'll deliver it right to your door. Come test shoot the newest bows by Hoyt and Matthews at Green Acres Sporting Goods at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard.
Need electric vehicle repair? Guardian Collision is expert certified for any electric vehicles. Trust the home team for auto body repair on your EV. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you at GuardianCollision.com.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Pickett here with a game winner. It's Checkmate Coatings. I've scouted them all. And this Jacksonville crew's the real deal.
I'm Brendan, owner of Checkmate Coatings. We transform pool decks, driveways, and patios with pro precision.
Score big at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, so many people are furious with Lane Kiffin. I have no problem with it. They go out and say, you know, it's bad for college football, opportunity to show that he has changed. I got in some hot water with Mississippi fans a year ago. I probably didn't word it correctly, but my point remains the same. And guess what? I was right. You're never going to win a title at Mississippi, okay? Mississippi is not a destination job. Mississippi is a gateway to a better job. And I do credit Mississippi for not allowing him to stick around and coach. I mean, that would have literally have been like you're going through a divorce and your soon-to-be ex-wife brings her new hot boyfriend who's way better looking than you, makes a ton more money than you, to replace you in your bed while you sleep on the couch. And they actually considered that for a little while. Okay? At least they woke up and said, get out of here. And I know he tried to poach coaches and poach, but Lane Kiffin handled this miserably. All right? But the bottom line is he knew you're never going to win a title at Mississippi. Let me say this because I don't want to talk anymore about college football. Later in the week, so much happened. But tonight is about the Jaguars. College football, and you can go back and you can read it. You know, the guy I used to play football against, Ramil Robinson, made those free throws for Seton Hall in 1989 for Michigan against Seton Hall, the P.J. Carlissimo team. And did he pass, by the way, P.J. Carlissimo? I hope not. Can you Google that for me? That just came. He used to be with me all the time when I was doing radio in Chicago. But Ramil Robinson for Michigan made those free throws. And, that was the feeder to Arizona State, bringing in Steve Swisher. He won 6 games. That happens, and it is so few and far between when you actually have a situation like that. So this was the right move. But outside of that in college basketball, and what we see all the time in college football, no other sport has this problem. Can you just imagine, for the sake of the conversation, if all of a sudden right now the New York Giants were on the phone to Liam Cohen's agent saying, you're 8-4, you've totally turned things around, we want you in New York? The NFL said, hell no. We'll put the Rooney Rule in, so you have to totally take hiring your next head coach in a very serious manner. You can't just handpick your guy and say, that's it. No. You've got to go through the thorough interview process. Commissioners and owners don't even want this really getting out there and being active until after the Super Bowl is played. Baseball, basketball, hockey. You saw it once big time in college basketball in 1989, and you see it now all the time in college football. When you can't govern the sport, it legitimately is the wild, wild west. And that's what's sad about the sport that we all love, is anything can happen. And the Lane Kiffin situation, who's to blame him? Okay? Of course you get out of Mississippi. You got a chance to win a national title now at LSU. You got an opportunity to recruit far better players at LSU. You overachieved at Mississippi, and you had a shelf life there. So I don't fault them. I do blame the sport of college football, but it's always been in shambles. Anything on Carlissimo?
Oh, yeah, he's still alive.
Good. Always like PJ. Poor guy got choked by Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah, real quick, that Ole Miss comment. I mean, the national media has told us for months and months that why would he leave Ole Miss?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do they not understand that, like, you can just win a lot easier at LSU or at any other big-time program?
It's obvious. And I refuse to watch ESPN unless there's a game that's on. But I guess they overdid it. I guess, we saw what they did with the Florida State propaganda, right? And they did the same thing here now about leave Ole Miss. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because so much of it was viral and it popped up on my Twitter feed.
Well, yesterday,
and I was able to see that too, about leaving Mississippi, going to LSU, but still being allowed to coach Mississippi.
Yeah, for anybody that covered the story, we all knew that Ole Miss was not going to let them happen. This was weeks ago. Yesterday, this was a bigger story than probably most of the NFL. Like Lane Kiffin and the whole
Which
saga
is rare.
At 9 a.m. Okay, he has a 9 a.m. meeting. They're moving it to 1, and Marty Smith following the entire time, holding him hostage to follow the story.
Right.
Which he's doing his job. There's nothing he can do about it. But that was, like, I think a bigger story yesterday than any of the NFL games.
So most are down on Lane, and I'm not. He's become, again, my favorite coach in college football. I'm going to be on the other side of this and support Lane Kiffin. Anyway, college football, it has a problem. More on that this week. That'll include Tim Brando, who will join us. All right, let's get you involved here in the second hour. I do want to mix in a Devin Lloyd interview from the locker room yesterday that I did in Nashville. But for the most part, let's get all of your comments in. 641-1010 text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. As well, you can watch us and comment on YouTube. Go to 1010XL into the night.
How does it feel to throw an NFL touchdown? Find out from a guy who's thrown 89 of them.
I'm David Garrard on 1010XL.
Mondays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Ballou Orthopedics or log on at BallouOrthopedics.com.
Sewer backups stink, literally. Tree roots, old pipes, or major clogs can be the cause. Superior Plumbing and Pipeline inspects and clears sewer lines fast. If your sewer's backed up, make the superior choice and learn more at SuperiorPlumbingJacks.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 1st, 2019, Lamar Jackson rushes for his 4th 100-yard game of the season, breaking Michael Vick's record for quarterbacks.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus, straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farah & Farah is to protect you when they don't.
Jacksonville.
Why wait until January resolutions to feel stronger and healthier? Start now. At the YMCA, there's no place like this place. This Cyber Monday, you can join the Y with no joining fee and no payments until January. The Y is more than a gym. It's a place to grow in spirit, mind, and body. We say there's no place like this place and no better value. Visit your local Y this Monday for $0 join fee and no payment until January, or at fcymca.org with promo code CLICK to join.
Need some extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach is always looking to buy guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and you know it, gold. Get cash today at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Now the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
When the game was looking strange to start, the team would look to strange to allow everything to make sense once again. In the second quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find the star tight end for a 21-yard touchdown, making the score 15-3 with 14:54 left in the first half. The strange score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Yeah, I've been monitoring the Trevor Lawrence numbers. It's not hard to do, but the progression continues. He's now over 80% as far as his quarterback rating. Got it up to 81.6%. I was hoping to finally see him get over 60% as far as his completion percentage. Not the case. 59.7. Big drop yesterday by Austin Trammell. He has now been waived by the Jaguars. So they made that move a little bit earlier today. Trevor Lawrence, this was not a game manager type of contest for him. They shut down the run against Jacksonville. They did not allow them to run yesterday. If you look at it, they remain consistent. 27 rushing attempts to 27 passing attempts, but only 70 yards yesterday, 2.6 per. It was Trevor Lawrence getting it done in the air. Again, he averaged 8.5 yards a pass, 16 to 27 for 229, 2 touches, no turnovers, and a quarterback rating of 111.5. All right, let's get to you. A lot of good, tiny bit of bad, right? 13 penalties, bad. 3 of 13 on third down, bad. But that's basically it. You know, I mean, you can't commit those penalties this time of year. That's going to hurt them unless something does change. But again, injuries. I don't have anything new to report. Eric Armstead comes down with a hand on Saturday night. Parker Washington leaves with a hip. Walker Little leaves with a concussion. Ross Matisic with a back. He comes back after we saw what Devon Hamilton did. They were without Patrick McCarry. They were without Chuma Edoga. It feels like this is the week that Eric Murray is going to return after missing 5 games. It feels like this is the week that Trayvon Walker is going to return. Jacksonville did get back Brian Thomas Jr., Anton Harrison. They did get back Jordan Lewis. They had a couple of healthy scratches. Diami Brown. Again, the Austin Trammell situation makes you wonder if a message has been sent now to Diami Brown. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Hunter Long as well was finally did not have a game status when the final injury report came out on Friday, but they elected to keep him out of the game. 74-28 says, Boo, now would you say the same thing about Lane Kiffin if he picked LSU as you get to dig at the Gators FSU homie? Okay. You keep thinking that. My comment on Lane Kiffin was 100% about Mississippi, about how we can't win a title at Mississippi. Thank you for listening to this program, 7428. But if you've listened to it before, you would have heard me say that if he picked Florida, he had an opportunity to win a national title there. But that's okay. The homie deal is something that I can deal with. 25-62. And I'm a pissed off homie. Okay? I'm not a happy homie. I'm a very upset one. It's a clown school right now. Florida State does not care about football. Their president does not care, and their athletic director does not care. And don't waste any more of my time by telling me that Mike Norvell's a good guy. He's not a good guy, okay? He held Florida State hostage for 36 hours on a story that could have been fake, on a story that could have been nothing more than just Jimmy Sexton making it up at the table, the Alabama situation. Norvell went underground for 36 hours. He pulled off a Jimbo Fisher. And he got the enormous deal that is understandable, okay? But don't say he's a nice guy. He's not a nice guy. He's a creep. And he can't coach. He sucks as a coach. 25-62, Ram, what are you doing next show at Twin Peaks? I think that will be either next week or the week after. I'll have to look at that. I don't know if you know on that, Dylan, but I have this week's schedule. I know we're not on it. Hey, Wednesday night's the J Fund.
Yes, it is. And I looked at the calendar. It says December 10th at 6 o'clock, Ballou at Twin Peaks.
We'll be there December 10th. You folks last year during the J Fund really stood up. And I was just incredibly proud, almost a tear in my eye. And this is being 100% sincere. The ego comes into play here for charity. Okay? I really want you people to step up 6 to 8 coming up on Wednesday night. And I'll be bold about it. I want you to hold off and do it here on this show. Okay? Because I feel like I have the best listeners. I know that they're on the station morning into the night and Hacker after whatever. Great station, great hosts, great everything. But this is the one time a year where I kind of want to separate from others and that is during the J Fund. So that'll be Wednesday night, 6 to 8. And we're going to have some stories for you that aren't always, don't always end with a happy ending. But it's one of the it is the most emotional show we do year after year. That'll be Wednesday, 6 to 8. We're going to do a regular show. I'm still going to have some guests. We'll talk about the Jags and everything else, but there will be times where we'll be diving deep into the J Fund. Hey, Rick, been a Jags fan since the inception of the franchise. Very proud of this team. Still riding high from the win over the Titans. They went out there and handled business. I have no doubt we'll get the dub over Indianapolis from the 32-97. The trend is positive, 10 in a row here against Indy. Can you believe that? I mean, I know we talk about it every single year, but just think about that for this franchise and all of its struggles. They've won in 10 consecutive years over the Colts in Duval.
Yeah, it sounds like the Florida-Tennessee rivalry. Florida's been awful for all those years. I know it's a little different, more spread out. That streak finally broke over 20 years and them not winning in the swamp. But yeah, it's pretty incredible. And it's like they play at different times. You know, this year it's a little later in the year, feels like, because they usually play September, October. At least it feels like.
Yeah.
This time it's two good teams. And it's for the 1 seed in the division.
It's kind of like Florida State Duke. Florida State's like 25-0 against Duke. Oh, until Mike Norvell got the job. And then they lost. 47-51. Ballou, the over on 16 touchdowns for the season, looking better and better on Trevor Lawrence. Shh. I don't bet, as far as you know. But the mortgage was out on over 21 and a hook. We'll see. 16 so far. 5 games to go. 77-02. Ballou, I'll trade you Strickland for whoever FSU has. That's how down most of us are on the idiot at Florida. I think you got yourself a good coach. Group 5 is somewhat alarming. You put all your eggs in one basket. You couldn't get ahead of it, even though you fired Napier midway through the season. We'll see. But I do not... I do not, I'm not surprised that you feel this way. Nothing has worked. Didn't work with Muschamp, didn't work with McElwain. The Mullen deal is still odd to me. I mean, that did work in the Alabama SEC championship game. I mean, that's just bizarre. Then the Napier deal, but I got it. And I would love to be able to say that the clowns at Florida State will be able to handle things differently in a year. Because let's be honest, Mike Norvell is getting fired next year. Okay? There's no way he's going to survive this. It becomes, can you find the right candidate, right? Or are you going to announce around this time that you've just hired a search committee? Figure out who your candidates are and go out and get it done, okay? And bring in the right guy. And again, Group 5 doesn't work. Didn't work with McElwain. Didn't work with Norvell. First-time head coaches aren't always going to work. It doesn't work with Will Muschamp. It does work with Kirby Smart. This is hard, college and pro. Who would have thought right now, Dylan, that Mike Vrabel first place, okay?
Ben Johnson first place.
Ben Johnson first place. Liam Cohen first place.
And I'll add to that, you might have Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
A strong possibility of everything we just said to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you think Norvell's going to get different coordinators?
No.
So they're going to keep Malzahn and run back
I don't think they can afford to fire anyone.
Because Malzahn's buyout's what, like a couple million?
Yeah. And, if you watch the game, it just like the Singleton kid here, he had one carry for 21 yards, and they never gave him the ball again until late in the fourth quarter. They have screwed up. I have never seen a situation where they go to so many different running backs. Running backs need to get lathered up. Running backs need to get into a routine. And ever since Trey Benson left, that's been the case. Even last year in Dublin, when they scored on that opening drive, man, they went to 3 different backs on that first drive, 6 or 7. I mean, it's like you're just too arrogant. But the arrogance has turned into ignorance when it comes to Mike Norvell. Mike Norvell's not a good coach. Okay? Although, if you were an aspiring high school coach or anything along those lines, I would personally hire Squirrel White to come in here and tell you how to become a punt returner. I mean, you might as well send, honestly, Stevie Wonder back to return a punt if you're asking Squirrel White to do it for Florida State.
And they paid him a decent amount of money, too, from Tennessee. It's I was asking about the coordinators because I don't know what good coordinator would leave where they're at and go to Florida State when they know the situation. Like me and JJ were talking yesterday about this. You can convince a teenager, a 17, 18-year-old, okay, come to Florida State and we can draw this up on the board how we're going to use you. You can't convince an adult to move his family to Tallahassee for a rental when you know Norvell's not going to last maybe half the season.
No, he's not going to survive the year. And Florida State's going to end up saving $9 million. But here's the way I look at it. They got a year to ask. I mean, both hands are out right now. They're asking for cash. They're asking everyone for cash. Florida State actually has more fans than I guess I was privy to, and that was evident in some games this year where I thought that the fan base would be really bad against Wake Forest or Virginia, and it wasn't. It was much better than average. So, Florida State fans are desperate. Florida State fans are really down right now, but you're going to be asked once again to spend more money. And I hope you do spend the money. That's the only way that you can pay this buyout. It's the only way. Mike Norvell's not going to wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden become a good coach. He's a bad coach. Going for it on 4th and 1. I mean,
in your own territory.
People got so pissed at me because I got pissed at him. That is the exact same thing he did during his first year, same place on the field against Notre Dame. He didn't learn. 6 years later, the exact same scenario, he still doesn't get it.
Yeah, and I know many people didn't care about the game Saturday. It was a close game in the first half. Even the entire box score was even. It was a 3-point game, and then that happened, and it blew it open.
No. Let's take a break here. 43-14 Blue from a Gator fan. Rick, when will we know if FSU quarterback will get an extra year of eligibility? He's a ball player. Yeah, he is. And Thomas Castellanos talked about that after the game on Saturday. They don't know. I guess it's in the NCAA in their hands. And I like Castellanos. He's a gamer. He's not the problem. But he's also 5'8", and Florida State has to move on. They have to find a quarterback, okay? Norvell screwed this whole thing up this year. You don't know if Sperry can play. You know that Brock Glenn cannot play. And they don't have any answers. They just don't. I mean, Thomas Castellanos is a lot of fun to watch. I'll give him that. There were times where he was electrifying. But come on. I mean, you're not going to move forward with him as your quarterback. I'm just being honest with you. You got to find someone who is a bona fide difference maker. And right now they don't have one over there. He's still in Denmark. I'm Rick Ballou.
Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pre-Game Friday.
We've saved the best for last.
Who's in, who's out, who's on upset watch. And I like it. Pre-Game Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Listening that fits your schedule perfectly. Absolutely brilliant.
Go on demand.
Ad-free shows after the live shows end. How about that? Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Ready for huge holiday savings? It's the Expert Automotive Giving Garage. This Christmas, they're driven to give back. Bring in any new wrap toy donation and get $50 off any service. That's $50 off repairs, diagnostics, or maintenance just for helping a child. Plus, they're giving you 50% off your oil change, $50 off any service with a toy, and 50% off oil changes. The Giving Garage at Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family-owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
Hey folks, Ronnie here with Brandon Roofing. If your roof's got more leaks than your Uncle Jerry after too much eggnog, we've got you covered. Whether you need a quick repair or a full roof replacement, our team works faster than you sneaking out of your in-laws' holiday dinner at Christmas. Give yourself the gift of a roof that actually listens when you say stay together. From our family at Brandon Roofing to yours, have a Merry Christmas, even if you're spending it hiding in the garage. Visit us at brandonroofing.com. That's BRANNAN.
Hey folks, Hickett here, and you know by now my go-to for spotless carpets, grout, hard surfaces, upholstery, and duct cleaning is Zero Res. Don't miss. Book Cyber Monday only for 20% off all cleaning services from Zero Res. You spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
If you need a holiday gift idea, let Kuhn Flowers handle it for you. This is Frank Frangie with 1010XL. Simply go online to kuhnflowers.com and look at the wide variety of floral and plant arrangements that will make someone's day this holiday season.
Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here, and I recently celebrated a birthday with friends and family, and a lot of photos were taken. And you go on Facebook and you look, and you have those memories of years past on the same day. And I saw pictures of myself from 2 years ago. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. That's back when I was over 300 pounds. I mean, I was in a bad spot in life with my weight. And now here we are, my birthday in 2025, down over 100 pounds, keeping the weight off. I look like a completely different human being. I can't tell you how many times I'm told that pretty much on a daily basis by people who haven't seen me in quite some time. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com. I'm living proof. If you want to drop the weight, Awaken 180 Weight Loss is your answer. 844-346-1800.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Somebody has some good music in Nashville on Saturday, but I couldn't get myself out of bed. Something's being thrown throughout these parts. Put on a mask. I don't know. Hope you feel better. Hope you don't get it. I don't know what I have. That's the problem. I don't know what I have. We got the flu, but the only thing I haven't done, I haven't puked. I've had everything else. The entire body just hurts. And when the ears get clogged, that's what drives me insane.
Sinuses.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I woke up with a sore throat Saturday morning. I went to a high school football game Friday. I'm like, man, I hope I'm not getting sick. So I bought the cough drops and all that. And it only lasted a couple hours, thankfully. But, yeah, I don't like being sick, especially when it gets cold.
A week ago tonight, I was joking about NyQuil and melatonin. That was a week ago.
Right.
Okay, a full week ago. And I still haven't been able to fight this bad boy off. I mean, I was really looking forward to, I love going to Broadway and getting out on a Saturday night in Nashville, just having a couple of cocktails and getting ready for, Jaguars football. Because you used to have something in you in order to watch this team. But that's no longer the case. They are now 8-4 and playing for first place. So if you got a little something, hopefully you can get it out of you. I just don't know what else to say. Giants and Patriots tonight. New York 2-10. They're one of two teams that have already made a coaching change. The Patriots with Mike Vrabel, 10-2. Okay? They're undefeated on the road this year. We talked about Denver being the only undefeated home team. I want to say New England is the only undefeated road team. They have to be. Jacksonville should be. New England's favored by 7 tonight. Your total is 46.5 points. So, again, what's great for Jaguar fans is that you root for the Giants tonight. Have the Patriots take another loss. Yeah, 6-0. They're the only undefeated road team in the NFL. The only undefeated home team in the NFL is the Denver Broncos. All right, let's get to Devin Lloyd. 73-80, though, it's like an honest question. It's like, hey, Ballou, why are FSU recruiting classes so bad?
He must be new here.
Well, here's the answer, 73-80. Mike Norvell, okay? Nothing else that needs to be said. Mike Norvell. Devin Lloyd had another really good game yesterday for the Jaguars, a 25-3 victory over Tennessee. I caught up with him moments after the victory in the Jaguars locker room. Here with Devin Lloyd. Congratulations. Big win for you guys here today on the road.
Yeah, it was a big win. That was fun, getting the job done, taking care of business.
What type of adjustments did you make? Their first drive, they had some success, particularly running the ball, had a field goal. You guys shut them down completely the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we just cleaned up some of the details in the front seven. And, we just made an adjustment, got it right, and ended up rolling.
This game extra chippy. It looked it from my point of view. What about out on the field?
Yeah, it was a lot of talking going on. And some pushing and shoving here and there. I mean, division rival, you kind of expect that. So as long as everybody's just being smart, but you expect that with these type of games.
This team, it seems it doesn't matter. It comes down to resolve. Again, more guys beaten up on the offensive line. You had to make changes. Are you surprised just at how deep this team has been, and regardless of who is down, others step up?
No surprise. I mean, we do things the right way. Everybody, who has a jersey is ready to play. Ready to execute their assignment. They make it very clear throughout the week, what guys have to do for us to win and, get our jobs done. So it's really the next man up mentality. And it's good to see guys who haven't gotten a lot of burn step in, get some playing time and have success and do their job.
Last one for you. First place game next week with Indy losing to Houston. You go back to Duval, an opportunity to take over for first place.
Yeah, big opportunity. We put ourselves in good position to be exactly where we want. It's going to be a big game next week, and we're looking forward to it.
Devin, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Devin Lloyd's been back now for a few weeks playing some very good football. The defense has been without Trayvon Walker, Eric Armstead, and Derek Murray. I think the early thought is Murray and Walker return Sunday. I don't know that. That's just what I believe, and what I've heard as well. Jordan Lewis came back, played a ton in this football game. Let me see right here, snap count. Jordan Lewis played 42 plays this past weekend out of the 51 defensive snaps. That defensive line, man, is nuts. It kind of lost in all of this because of what Devon Hamilton did. With the snaps, is he only got 15 defensive snaps, and he was the lowest graded player at 28.3. Just not a good day for him. But if you look around at snaps, I mean, Mason Smith gave you 40. I don't know. Austin Johnson gave you 9. In this game, you got 17 snaps for Matt Dickerson. You go on, you look at B.J. Green and Danny Strigow off the edge with no Walker getting many more snaps than Emmanuel Ogbah, who was finally healthy. So, I mean, this football team's just pushing a lot of buttons. You know, I don't want to say it's like line changes in the NHL, but they're mixing and matching every single week. And now they cut Austin Trammell today. So, you know, what does that mean for a guy like Diami Brown? Especially with the uncertainty as to what is going on right now health-wise with Parker Washington. So we'll see that as well. 38-23, Ballou 5'8", most insanely. He's inaccurate, throwing over receivers constantly. Deuce Robinson could catch the ball. Yeah, they've had a lot of drops this year. I mean, there's really nothing good you can say about anything involved with Florida State. 40-42. Ballou, I don't know what bug is going around. The last month I had it for 3 days and it came back. I'm great. Crazy thing is I never get sick. I get sick, and when I do, regardless of it, my mind goes freaking crazy. And that's what I hate. And I don't know if it's an early sign of becoming insane or what it is, but my mind goes absolutely nuts, and I keep repeating these same things over, and I don't know if I'm awake or if I'm asleep, and that's the worst part of it is the mind games that I get when sick. Now, most of the time I'm sick, I'm booze sick. Okay, and that's recoverable, right? You know how to manage, you know how to massage booze sickness, right? But when you really get it, like COVID or whatever it may be, I mean, you just got to sit back and deal with it. But that's what's made this so frustrating is it's like I would like to just say it's been a simple cold, but it's not. It's the entire body. Bro, I couldn't get out of bed Saturday in Nashville. I literally could not. Even the hotel I was in had an unbelievable band playing. All I had to do was brush my teeth and walk down, take the elevator down. I was like, screw that, man. I'm just gonna sleep the entire morning, afternoon, and night in this hotel room in Nashville.
Yeah, sometimes when you're sick, the best thing is sleep. And I know it sucks whenever, especially you're out in Nashville, which is a party town, but you know, you get there, you probably got there, Saturday around noon?
Yeah, Saturday afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it wasn't like you were there for that long of a time, and you ain't feeling it,
Yeah, my GF does a great job. You get these seats that has free cocktails. Not first class, but it's the next level where you get extra leg room. They're like, you're passing out, you know, you got Floyd on, and you Pink Floyd on, and you're like, and then all of a sudden she's like, excuse me, but I need you to sign off on the fact that if this plane goes down, you're willing to open this latch door. Yeah. And so you got to sign off on it, you know, and it comes with free cocktails. I'm not even drinking free cocktails, okay? That's how bad it is. Being sick's the worst. 80-43, Ballou. Rick, it's December 1st, and we're salting up the roads here in Northern Virginia. The little ones started coughing the first day back to school. Winter germs are here. Yeah, and that's unavoidable with kids. But that's usually, you know, just a whole bunch of coughing and sneezing and all of that stuff. You hope nothing bad really does happen. 2351, pretty long address here on Indiana, which is a very good story, okay? And, you know, if there's any hope about a change for college football, it is the Indiana story, okay? I refuse to be the guy who's like, hey, I told you so, I told you so. I told you so. Wouldn't work with Mississippi and Lane Kiffin, okay? It's just not going to work. No one's ever going to win at Mississippi. And when I talk about win, I talk about winning it all. Okay, I don't care about winning a big game or winning a conference championship. I mean, these conference championship games feel kind of meaningless on Saturday. How many of them are going to have a big-time effect on whether or not that team goes to the college football playoff? Win or lose here for Indiana and Ohio State, they're both going to the 12-team college football playoff. This is a bizarre part of it. Georgia and Alabama, I got to believe the same thing. Unless Georgia beats Alabama 35-0, I would have to think a 3-loss Alabama team is going to get in. Some people may argue that, okay? The BYU, Texas Tech, if Tech's really gives it to BYU, maybe, I don't know. We'll talk about this later in the week. But it just, remember the importance that Championship Saturday used to have. Doesn't feel like it has it anymore. Don't get me wrong. We're better with the college football playoff. And again, out of everything that's going on, I can't think of anything better than what we have in store on Saturday night. Duke and Virginia play for the crown of ACC champion.
It's the way the game was meant to be heard. Raw, real, and right in your ear.
Right side coming! Touchdown! Yeah!
Feel the energy on 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone.
Where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets the Duralast battery.
Have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
There's no doubt that we were in good hands when our son's shoulder and hip issues were diagnosed quickly by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. No matter what your orthopedic issue is, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take a look. You'll be glad you did.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Need some extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach is always looking to buy guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and you know it, gold. Get cash today at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years. And our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pest Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
Well, it's going to be a huge week, and I hope you enjoy every moment of it. Jacksonville and Indianapolis for first place Sunday at 1. Injuries are going to be a big story all week long. I don't know if we'll get anything Jaguars related until Wednesday. Liam Cohen spoke today, and nothing on injuries. The biggest announcement comes by the way of Indianapolis. Sauce Gardner, who they just traded for the Colts. It appears he's not going to go with a calf strain. So that is already out, and certainly that'll help out Jacksonville's pass offense. Again, I feel that Eric Murray and Trayvon Walker both will return this week, and I don't know that, but I feel as though that is going to be the case. Parker Washington, Eric Armstead, Walker Little, Ross Matisic, Chuma Edoga, Patrick McCarry. We'll find out. But the good news is, hey, Brian Thomas Jr. returned, right? Anton Harrison returned, and Jordan Lewis did return as well on defense. The people on the peeps on we need to come up with a name for them. I'd like to call them freaks, but maybe we can do a little bit better than that. I love the Into the Night listeners and viewers on YouTube. It's a completely different vibe than what we get on our text line, which we love as well. 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Text line's really thorough and, question here, question. The Into the Night on YouTube, that is a drinking crowd, okay? That is a party crowd. And I got people on here that are beside themselves that I turned down free cocktails because I had a sniffle or that I was a little bit under the weather. And where was it? It was really good here. Always talking about my early stage of dementia. That's not what I wanted, though. That's not what I wanted. Where was it? There was something in here that I thought was, I guess I can't find it. I thought it involved, Oh, here we go. Yeah, right here. Here's a guy who says, Ballou, just face it, you're dying. All right. Dying ain't much of a living, right? Hey, I'm looking for Josie Wales. Anyone seen Josie Wales, right? You have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I did, however.
Clint Eastwood?
I know Clint Eastwood.
Dying ain't much of a living.
I went on
to a bounty hunter?
I went on a Eddie Murphy binge of old school movies over the Thanksgiving holiday, watching Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America. So I got a couple movies that I got to catch up on, and I'm gonna watch Beverly Hills 2 and 3 sometime in the next 2 weeks.
All right.
So there you go.
I'm hearing from nurses. Okay, some good stuff here. So people saying I get the flu shot yet. Well, I told some of you that I got vaccinated a few years ago so I could go in the Jaguars locker room. And again, some of you people want to see me die. Last thing I'm going to do is tell you I get a flu shot. I mean, I understand that part of it was political, but still, I mean, I was trying to do my job. 0796 Ballou. I'm still confused if the Jags are a legit good team or not. What do you think? Well, here's what is realistic. There isn't a good team, college or pro. Football's at an all-time low. Dynasties are gone. Outstanding teams are gone. And you know what? That's a good thing, because this is a football team that makes a ton of mistakes. This is a football team that leads the NFL in penalties. This is a football team that only has picked up 35.5% of their third downs on offense. This is a football team that, statistically speaking, has no one even near the top 20 in any offensive category outside of Travis Etienne, who I want to say is 11th in rushing yards, okay? They're just a good football team in a watered-down NFL, where just look at the league. Look at the quarterbacks who keep going down on a week-to-week basis. Herbert, Daniel Jones coming in here with a busted leg. The return of Joe Burrow. You saw what he did. Frankly, this is what the NFL wanted. It took a long time coming, but that's why the NFL has a salary cap. That's why the NFL wanted to have 32 teams, 8 divisions, 4 teams per. Every single year, you see a team finished last who all of a sudden finishes first the very next season. That's the way. And the Patriots ruined that. And there were some other teams that went through great runs. Kansas City's done it lately. Seattle had great runs. They were one bad call away from winning 2 Super Bowls. Pittsburgh went on a great run. Pittsburgh hasn't won a playoff game in 8 years? They're booing Mike Tomlin yesterday as if his time is up. So that's the good side of it, is that you get hot at the right time and you can go on a serious streak and win games. And you always talk about the advantage of being at home. Jacksonville's a better road team than home team. I mean, that terrible call in Cincinnati against Travis Hunter, and we still cannot explain what the hell happened in Houston, up 19 points. They should be undefeated on the road. All right? To me, London's a road game. I know some of you may say, no, Ballou, it's a home game. Well, okay. I've been over there many times. It doesn't feel like a home game. Even though the crowd does its part, it's still a very, very lengthy travel. And Jacksonville plays well on the road. According to ESPN Analytics, for what that is and for what it's worth, chances to win the AFC South: Colts 46%, Jags 36%, Texans 18%. Again, Indianapolis a small favorite, 1.5 points over the Jaguars coming up this Sunday at 1 o'clock. I think you'll see that line change. My guess is by the time toe meets leather, the Jaguars are either a pick'em or a small, let's say, 1-point favorite.
Hey, folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter, Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL. Served by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Rest-A-Pros.
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Rest-A-Pros.
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestaProsNEFlorida.com. That's RestaProsNEFlorida.com.
Rest-A-Pros.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
The holidays are here, and before you hit the road, make sure your car is ready. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, you'll get an expert oil change in 15 minutes with no appointment, and you never leave your car. Stop by any of their convenient Jacksonville locations and let the pros get you holiday travel ready. With a 4.7 national customer rating and ranked #1 quick lube in America by Forbes, Valvoline gives you quick, trusted service when it matters most. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Drive in today and travel with confidence this holiday season.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, my friend Ryan the Hacker Green is here. It's December 1st, and no draft talk, no free agency talk. How cool is that?
It's very cool, and we're going to be talking all week about probably the biggest regular season home game since what, Rick? The AFC South Championship game at the end of 2022?
Against Buffalo? Oh, against L.A.? Yeah.
Well, no, against Tennessee. The regular season.
Okay, yeah, regular season, sure.
Yeah. Obviously, the playoff game was bigger, but I think this game against Indy, probably the biggest regular season home game since the Jaguars-Titans played for the South in the finale of 22.
It's one of the best. I began the show by saying it's one of the biggest regular season games that this franchise has ever played.
Long time. And look, you got two teams that are in very different situations right now. The Jaguars have won 4 out of 5, 3 in a row, feeling really good. Indianapolis is leaking oil. And sometimes in sports, teams get around narratives. The narrative on Indy was they were beating up on an easy schedule, and when they started playing harder teams, it was going to catch up with them. Well, to their credit, they've been in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
They play Kansas City, they lose. They play Houston, they lose. This is kind of what we thought about the Colts. This is a gigantic game for them because after Jacksonville, they go to Seattle. The season could derail pretty quick. This might be a must-win for Indy.
Well, they have all playoff teams remaining, or playoff contending teams, including that last regular season game. Indy and then Jacksonville, then at Houston. All right, what do you got coming up?
Yeah, obviously we're going to do a lot on the Jaguars. Brian Sexton, Jaguars.com, is going to join me a little Monday night coaching with Campo as Dave Campo stops by as well. And we will talk about John Summerall. I had Summerall on when the Jaguars drafted Caleb Ransaw out of Tulane. So I had his cell phone number. I actually was texting back and forth with him today. He was a little busy. I was trying to get him on. I didn't expect to, but he was very cool and responded to me. We'll talk about John Summerall with a former Gator All-American. Ben Troop is going to join me as well to talk about John Summerall and the fact that Lane Kiffin is obviously not coaching the Florida Gators.
All right, man. Have a fun show.
Thanks, Rick.
It's going to do it. A lot of fun on this Monday. Again, enjoy every moment of it. This is going to be a great week here in Jacksonville. I do want to thank all of those who, the locker room interviews that I did, including Devin Lloyd. Appreciate that. More this week if I decide to get to them. I've just been so busy, man. Everything's going on. Thank you to those on YouTube into the night. Have a good one, as well as all of those who commented on our text line. It's always a pleasure. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Remember the J Fund, 6 to 8 on Wednesday night. Love to get your donations then for a very special cause. Dylan Denmark produced it. My name is Rick Ballou. We'll talk tomorrow night at 6 o'clock on 92.5 FM and 92.5 FM, the app.
It's D-Rock's Deep Dive into Jacksonville football.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure?